Hi, this is Brandon with Precision Defensive Solutions, and today we're going to talk about the follow-up on the compensator that I put on my VP9. So a while back I started thinking about really getting into compensators and the benefit of it, and I did quite a bit of research, and of course there's not too many available for the VP9, and I wasn't willing to switch my everyday carry and what I had gotten used to just to put a comp on the gun. HK actually sells a compensator directly through their web store, and you can find that at hk-usa.com. And then up in the right hand corner there's a link for their web store for what they call the comp tracker. Well, the comp tracker is made by Parker Mountain Machine, and I did buy one directly through them also. And the benefit of it is significant. I will say the recoil impulse is completely different. It definitely does what it says it's going to do. However, I have had some problems with it, and I think a lot of that was because I had never installed a comp before. Making sure that it was torqued down properly and Loctited properly and didn't break loose. And it did break loose, which I contacted Parker Mountain Machine. Their answer was, well, it shouldn't have done that. Well, it did, and they weren't very helpful, so, you know, shame on them for that. But I reached out to my friend Brian Hill at the Complete Combatant, talked to him about how he installed his and how he keeps his secure. He was great, you know, great, very helpful as he usually is, and I installed it the way he told me to, and it has not come loose now. Here's the benefit. Here's what I'm noticing with the comp. Number one, my recoil tracking, I'm watching my dot, and it's literally going on a vertical line now. So it has definitely helped with the recoil control, and with my small hands and my short, very short pinky fingers. I mean, I've got karate students that are kids that are 10 years old and their pinky fingers are longer than mine. So those of you that sit there and go, well, you just need, you know, to grip the gun harder. Well, you got to have more fingers to grip the gun, and my fingers are short. The other thing is, I'm looking at just how fast I'm getting back on target, and without really gripping the piss out of the gun and gripping it too hard, which is causing other problems, it's allowing it to settle faster. Now, do I think that this is an option for everybody? No, because the downside to it is it does add another inch to your gun. Well, I have this thing about, if I'm going to train with a gun, that's the gun I'm carrying, and if I'm carrying that gun, that's the gun I'm going to train with. So now I'm carrying a 5-inch gun, appendix, and that's taking some getting used to. It's not impossible. It's not killing me, but I'm still working on the adjustment on the holster to make it work exactly the way I want it to, because as usual, I went to Brent Hickman at Haven Defense Co. Highly recommend you check him out, and, you know, use our code PDSOH to get a 10% discount on that. But great holsters, great service, definitely the guy to go to. He really made this happen for me. So still working on the adjustment of the holster on the right height to make it work right, exactly the way I want it to. Now, this is my carry gun. This is my VP9 with my Gray Guns trigger in it. XSS suppressor height sights, you know, a Trigicon SRO, which will probably be getting changed out for a Holosun again, now that we've gotten a dealership with Holosun. I want to make sure that I support their product too, because if I recommend it, I should be using it, in my opinion. And now that they're putting out the competition model with a larger window with the Holosuns, I'm going to be a pretty happy camper with that, I think. So that's my carry gun. I finally got my new VP9 back. So this is the VP9 Tactical, again with an SRO, you know, XS height sights, suppressor height sights, put the comp on it. And this one, it is clear. I had Lazy Wolf do the action work on this one rather than Gray Guns. Definitely something to look at in a review coming up on that once I can get some more rounds through it. I've only got about 100, 150 rounds through it at this point. So far so good, but I'm not going to say it's better than my Gray Guns trigger right now, but I'm going to say that it's different. And not a bad different, just different and something to get used to. The other thing I did in this process of putting the comp on the gun is I switched my grip panels. So I kept wearing out the Jerkman grips. I wore out my latest pair again. Downside to having really rough hands, I guess, and my martial arts and whatnot. So I contacted Ben at Boresight Solutions, and he did some grip panels for me, and so far I really like those. Again, do I think that the comp is the answer for everybody? No, I don't. If you don't like a long gun, then it's not the right answer for you. If you can deal with the length of it, then I think it's going to be very beneficial for you. I have found that it does help balance the gun a little bit better on presentation, which I found really interesting, but I instantly felt that, and I think that it really helps also. So something to think about. So if you're carrying a VP9, carrying a Glock, carrying a P320, you want to put a comp on it, check it out. I think that there's some benefit to it, and definitely take a look at the Parker Mountain Machine comps. They do put out a great product. I wish customer service was a little bit better, but hey, you know, if it's a good product and it works, I can tolerate a little bit of it. So take care, everybody. Be safe. We'll see you out on the range.